Today I'd like to cover wrinkle-free, also known as no iron. For those of us that wear a dress shirt and khaki pants to work, this process allows us the convenience of wearing those garments straight out of the dryer, so wash and wear, making them the most convenient items we have in our closet to wear to work. The wrinkle-free chemical process is referred to as cross-linking. The chemical cross links the fibers of the fabric, holding them in position. The chemical works like little rubber bands stretched between the fibers of the fabric. They're put into place when that fabric gets cured. If the garment subsequently gets wrinkled, it will be, in a sense, stretching out those rubber bands. So everything's nice and flat. You get a wrinkle, it starts to pull them, stretching them apart. And then when you allow the fabric to relax again, those rubber bands are going to pull the fibers into the flat position where they were first set, and the wrinkles are going to drop away. Going about producing a wrinkle-free garment, you have to start first with your fabric selection. The fabric's going to lose about 40% of its strength due to the chemical process. So confirming that the fabric will be able to tolerate the chemicals and meet your minimum criteria for fabric strength after the process is critical. So typical number for a cured fabric is a minimum of 40 pounds in your tensile strength, going both in the warp and fill direction. If you start out anywhere less than, say, 65 pounds on the pure fabric, you're not going to be above 40 on the cured fabric. So just to keep that in mind of where you want to be before you start. There are several ways to achieve wrinkle-free, or what we call wrinkle-resistant garments. You can go with post-cured fabric, you can do dipping, or today what I want to focus on and discuss is the process using pre-cured fabric. In this case, the garment can't have a center crease. You can press a center crease on it, but with the first wash it's going to disappear. Ideally, we're looking for two types of performance out of this garment. Primarily is to be able to remove it from the dryer without needing any ironing. Secondly is while wearing the garment, any creases that are due to sitting, the wrinkles that the whiskers that go across your lap or behind your knee particularly, once you stand up they're just going to drop out. I have a garment I'm going to show you. I wore it throughout the day yesterday. I went to the West Coast from the East Coast. It was a 5-hour trip in each direction. So I came and went in the same day and had a couple appointments there. So the garment was creased, or at least sat in for a long time in a wrinkled position. So you know those wrinkles were pressed on. But as you'll see, they actually tend to fall out. And then I'll wash the garment and we'll see what it looks like after wash out of the dryer without touching it up one bit. Okay, so once again, prior to washing and drying the pants, just to show you, there is a little bit, that's just pulling because they're tight on me, but there is a little bit of marking going on over here, but not much. You can see also in the side and in the back of the garment, even behind the knee for the most part. The wrinkle-free process kept these very presentable. The center crease is not apparent, but it's there just ever so slightly. So let's see how they look after they come out of the dryer, and then we can sum things up. So here you have the garments after wash, and straight out of the dryer, just hanging them up. And as you can see, for the most part, they're smooth. There's no wrinkles. The garment is laying flat, and I would see no reason why I would want to iron these or need to. Of course, unless you want to have a center crease, which, like I said, that would need to be done after every wash. But once again, front and back, pockets are laying flat, the belt loops look good, the waistband looks good, the smoothness to the fabric is okay. And, okay, so that was what we would call a pre-cure fabric. So basically the fabric received its resin on the fabric at the mill. The mill then passed the fabric through some type of oven or temperature process that cured the fabric in its flat fabric form, and we then cut and sewed it into a garment that, as you can see, the garment remained flat in spite of being pressed with a crease washed right out, because that's how that wrinkle-free process works. I work for Aurora Investment Global. We're a Vietnamese apparel company with the largest capacity in Vietnam. We have 22 factories, we have 2 laundries, 2 textile mills, and produce a range of product including activewear all the way up to tailored clothing, both men's and women's. We have knits, we have woven fabrics. Each facility that we have is an expert in its own field. Our factories are all WRAP certified. Most of them are Costco approved and meet the highest standards for human rights compliance. If you are interested in manufacturing in Vietnam, you can reach out to me. My contact information is below. If you like the information in this video and you want to see more like it, subscribe to my YouTube channel, click the notification bell. You can like the video, leave some comments. I'd love to hear from you. And in the meantime, you continue to dress smart, and we'll see you in future videos. Thanks.